So let's see how this HTML injection work in the websites. So first of all, I'll simply go with this Woodland. So it is Woodland Worldwide website. So you can just simply click on this website. So this has the HTML injection and it was verified by my friends. So I'll just show you. So what happens is whenever you just put anything in this search field or a post field, and if you just search here, and if that is just reflected in the page content, so what we had just written in this search was hey, and if you see in the left hand side, hey has been reflected over here. That means it may have the HTML injection. So let's see if it has or not. So if I just say yes, which is obviously the header, so I'll just say hey now again, and again close this tag, which is the HTML tag, and let's see if this executes or not. So you could see hey has been executed over here. That means it has the HTML injection. So that means we can now execute any HTML tag attribute in this website. So you could see we have just got this link, or where we just say hey over here. So it is a type of attack. So whenever just you reflect any content, or when you just manipulate the content, so here what we did was we just manipulate the content of the HTML web page. So we just change something with the hey, you can do anything, you can just change here to next. You can also make use a paragraph tag, and you can say that I am scientist or something like that, and close this again, the paragraph tag. And if I just press go again, and you could see it will reflect right over here. That means you are just changing the content of this HTML web page. So this is the way. So first of all, you just see that if the change, or if the content or anything you just write in the search field is reflected in the web page or not. Sometimes it will be invisible over here, but if you just search for the source page, and if you search in this page, then you could see that it will be reflected in here in the hidden way. So you should see something like that which is reflected in the page. That means you have the HTML injection. So next thing, you could wonder that why it is so useful. So you could see that you can use a href, which is basically the anchor tag. So it is very useful, because if I just made use of this now, so if I just say that something like http, and if I just retrieve them to bing.com or any websites, and if I just close this now, and if I just pass here click and close my anchor tag. So anchor tag is basically having this URL. So this is the kind of URL redirection. So when I just say go, you will see it has a click over here. So when I just say click, it will just redirect to me the bing.com. So this is very, very dangerous. So now we can just copy this link and give it to the new user. So we can also make this encoding to this wood URL website. So you can just make basically a encoding, like basically what we say for the hexadecimal encoding of this URL. You can also make use of something service like Bitly. So you can just make use of this in order to shorten the URL. So it will just give you the shortened URL, and you can simply give that to the user, and when the user presses that, so it is not working in this case, but when the pressure, okay, it is here. So when we just click here, when the user will click here, so it can be made something like, instead of click, you can just make changes to login, and something like this, login to Facebook, and you can simply put here the URL of the Facebook. So you can simply do something like Facebook here, and you can give this link, and when the user presses, you will see that it has the login to Facebook. They will say it is legit. They can just press this down, and they will be redirected to facebook.com. So it can be very handy. So this is the type of the HTML injection. So we should see something like XSS through the HTML injection in the upcoming lecture. See you in the next one.